What's up, guys, and welcome back to 8 Count. So today, guys, we'll be speaking about the recent controversy that's happening between Frank Warren and Dillian Whyte. It seems like it's more between Frank Warren and Dillian Whyte situation that's happening. I know lately, I think yesterday, there's a news announced that Wembley Stadium will be increasing to 94,000 capacity. That's probably the biggest like British boxing event, and I mean, like Tyson Fury show basically. But I think where the controversy is happening is that Frank Warren has been seen a little pissed off during all this sort of build up with Dillian Whyte not turning up, and how he just doesn't think it's professional. Whereas Dillian Whyte and his lawyer, there was on Talk Sport channel the other day, and where they were just going at each other, where there's so many things that are coming out where Dillian Whyte, to be fair, he's been kept quiet, but there's a lot of people talking around him saying that he's not being treated fairly. But one of the most controversial things that I've seen is that Frank Warren, I think it was to IFL TV, he said that, listen, if we already have a backup opponent for Fury, now that's where I like to see, we all want to see Tyson Fury with Dillian Whyte, regardless of what happens between these guys, regardless between what Eddie Hearn says and Frank Warren says. I do think it's all promotion, but I do not want to see another fight. I do want Dillian Whyte to push through. It's one of those things where, because there's so much on stake, because there's so much, Dillian Whyte, there's an argument where Dillian Whyte has been waiting for so long, and I was having this argument with Rads and my other friends as well, where if he's waited for so long, why can't he just turn up to the press conference? And obviously they're saying, my friends and Rads are saying, listen, he hasn't been treated fair, he's only been given 20%. But I can understand both sides, to be fair. It's one of those things where you have self-respect, you don't want to be, but it's such a big opportunity that I don't think that Dillian Whyte is going to miss out. I think all of it is quite clout, but if he does, because I don't even know who can you replace with the caliber of Dillian Whyte, to be fair. And it's just one of those things we don't want to see. We do want to see him. We would have loved to see him, Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, Tyson Fury on one table, for the British boxing event. I feel like we're being a bit half-hearted here, or they sort of a bit and I do want to see them. Hopefully they can get that done for the final press conference. I feel like it would be a great, great scenario for us to see. Another thing that is really sort of intriguing is the undercard that's come out. My personal opinions is sort of utter bullshit, to be fair. I thought Frank Warren's going to put a good undercard on, but it just seems like it's not what we expect it to be. And I'm we try to be real on this channel, and if it was an Eddie Hearn fight AJ show, then we would have good decent fights. We would have Chisora there, we would have White there, we had White previously even on one of his undercards, and even though I'm a Tyson Fury fan, I do think they could have been done so much better with the undercards. You see, I was more looking forward to maybe they could put Joyce and Parker together, and that would have really solidified the undercard. But we have fights that are good fights, don't get me wrong, but not a fight that 94,000 people really want to see. Do you know what I mean? You could even put a bunch of YouTubers in there too, and that would really be a better undercard for them. But that's my only criticism, to be fair. I know they've sold out the night when they announced the 94,000 seats. They sold out within 3 hours. A lot of them were coach tickets, apparently, which, to be fair, did sell out. But I feel like right now what's happening is a clash of promoters. You have to realize Eddie Hearn, I think a few years ago, Eddie Hearn came out with Frank Warren just does small leisure center shows or something along those lines. And now I think that now when Frank Warren's had the big stage, and it's not Eddie Hearn for once, it does rub a certain type of way. He might not say it, but I feel like it does. But it's healthy competition in the end, seeing who wins, and it's great for boxing overall. But I think it's wars of Sky has this sort of episode package where war between the promoters, but we're not really seeing war between the promoters. We're just seeing these back and forth things being said here and there. Whereas Tyson Fury, and obviously Tyson Fury is Tyson Fury, but Dillian Whyte's been quiet. He's been training in Portugal, I believe, and But I believe, you know, it's one of those things right now that I don't want to see another opponent. I don't know about you guys. I want to see Dillian Whyte, you know, whatever way he gets in the ring. And you know what? If he beats Fury, then, you know, he can be like, listen, I kept my mouth shut. I've done the job. Now give my money, sort of thing. But then again, if Fury beats Whyte, then it'll be like, what? All of that sort of, you know, running around, not being in the front of the camera. What was that for, sort of thing, innit? I mean, look, when Fury fought Wilder for the third time, he was dead quiet. God knows where Wilder is right now, but he was dead quiet. He was just, you know, not even talking about anything. But yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see how the following weeks, you know, plan out to be. But if you do like this video, please like and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions or any sort of thoughts of what I'm trying to say here, yeah, please leave it in the comment section below.